What did you guys think of this movie anyway?
Sucked.
So
I hated it. Weak. Disqualified.
All right, you're not being cool.
you're not being cool, man.
Just another movie for the blue pill, gynocentric world.
Whoa. Get the fuck out of here with that line. What the fuck was that? That like took me right out of the movie.
Just a bunch of beta chumps.
Yeah, it's very one note so much of the time.
God, Jesus Christ. Covered the whole movie.
All right, hello and welcome to Raised by Video. This is Dan. I'm joined, as always, by my brothers Drew. Say hi, Drew.
Hi, Drew.
Matt.
Well, hello.
And Stuart.
Hi.
Stuart, do you
Oh
want to be
my
called
God.
Stuart or Stu?
Oh my God.
I
Stuart.
don't. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
Call me Big Dick Stewie.
Call me by your name.
BDS. Oh, gay sex.
And then I will eat a peach with your cum inside of it.
Oh shit!
Whoa.
Really?
You guys have never seen that movie? Go check out the movie.
No.
Go check
Now I must.
You
Now I
must.
have to.
It's an iconic scene. If any of our family members are listening, please stop now if you want to retain your impression of us as well-spoken, polite gentlemen. This show is a farce. We are playing characters on the show. It's for comedy purposes only. It is not meant to disparage any of the hardworking members of the filmmaking community.
Except for Zack Snyder.
Except for Zack Snyder. No. If you never tuned into the show, the way we do it is this. We each take turns leading the discussion of a movie. We all do it in different ways, and we're always trying new things. So just keep on listening, and you'll get some new takes from all of us.
Most people say that I'm the best presenter, but, just make up your own mind.
Yeah, most
Don't
of the
listen to
people
me.
that Matt
Jeez.
makes up in his head.
Today it's my turn, and I have selected for everyone's torturous amusement, Rebel Moon Part 2. The Scargiver.
The Scargiver.
Scargiver.
She gives me scars every time we get together.
There will be spoilers. There will be analysis. And if you know my brothers, there will be dick and fart jokes. So strap yourself.
I call the dick
In.
jokes.
So
I
the way
got
I'm going
dibs
to
on
do it
fart jokes.
today. Okay, Matt's got dick jokes. Drew's got fart jokes. Stuart, what do you got here? What are you bringing?
I'm pure taint, 100% taint.
Taint jokes.
Wait. Can I
I
have
think
cum
this is
jokes?
well-rounded. You can have cum jokes, I guess.
But not if they involve the taint.
No, that's
If there's any cum on the taint, that's my territory.
Yeah, we need to draw some boundaries around
We can all-
genitalia
we can share.
zones.
We can share.
Okay.
the
Share
only way I've
genitalia.
heard of to get cum off the taint is lick it off. I don't know if you heard that too, but apparently that's a rule.
That's certainly the most enjoyable way for the taint owner.
It's always worked for me.
All right. The agenda for today is this. One, I'll give the story in a maximum of 3 sentences, so we all kind of just have our bearings on it.
Ooh.
2, we'll walk through it, discussing why particular moments work or don't work. I set it up. These guys knock them down with all their fart jokes and dick jokes and taint jokes.
Knock him down with our dicks, flopping
Knock
around.
him down with his moderately sized dick. We'll
Oh,
then
thank
read
you.
Then I'm going to start a new segment. I've never done this before, but I think it's good. I'm going to start a segment I like to call five-star, fantastic 5-star reviews. And then we'll wrap it up with some final thoughts, and that's it. You guys ready?
I love it. Let's do it.
Wait, what are we doing?
Yeah.
We're
licking
knocking
taints.
stuff down with our dicks and taint and the taints. Sorry, I've been encroached on your territory.
Knocking taints down with our dicks. That's what we're doing.
Knocking taints, shooting dicks, sipping loads, drumming bows.
Now this load, this is a sipper. You don't want to take a whole shot of it. Okay, you got to really savor it.
This is an 18-year-old, aged 18-year-old in oak barrels.
It's barely legal.
It's about the maturity of this show
Barely
level.
legal.
Yeah. 18.
18. That's our prime audience. All right. So here's the movie. Here we go. So Cora, Sophia Botella, oiled up combat babe on the lam from the evil empire or whatever, after being manipulated into killing the innocent child princess as part of a coup, returns to her hideaway grain harvesting planet / village, only to learn that the bad guy Atticus Noble, that she killed in the first film, is still alive, which is hysterical. She and the ragtag team, so embarrassing. All that work right now. She and the ragtag team of expert fighters with haunted pasts defend the village from the invading army and their dreadnought Star Destroyer or whatever that requires land targets to be manually aimed at, by the way. Successfully defending it against all odds and probably really killing for sure this time Noble. The film sets up the next installment, I know, by having like 3 different characters repeat their vow at the end regarding the princess, who is apparently still alive, to find her and to fight.
And to fight her, yes.
To find her and to fight.
Fondle,
Fight that pussy.
To fondle her and fight.
Fight
Inside
the urges.
her heart.
Tell you to do things. She's
She's grown by now. She's grown by now.
Yeah, right. No,
Yes,
right.
okay.
Yeah, 18.
18.
18 for
Barrel
sure.
aged.
Now, I know this is supposed to be Zack Snyder's answer to Star Wars for adults, but this was definitely written by a 10-year-old, possibly with the help of ChatGPT.
I was going to say, this is a really good movie considering it was written entirely by an AI. But then I
Yes.
saw that there were three human writers on this. I was like, get the
That
fuck out of here.
Is insane. 3 writers, 3 human writers.
How?
They just give the
That
AI
is
human
so
names.
crazy.
Move over, Star Wars.
Pretty much, yeah.
There's a new space opera in town, okay?
And it is very operatic. The writing is the weakest point. The rest is just polished
Absolutely.
shit at that point.
Oh
It's
my God.
ridiculous.
The tone is melodrama, 100%.
It is
through and
very
through.
melodrama. Yes.
And
It's
like
a Bug's
not
Life.
self-aware, I feel like.
No, no, not in a, like a self-aware way at all. It is the story of A Bug's Life meets Seven Samurai meets a Warner Brothers network in space, basically. It's insane.
Yeah.
This movie is insane. What do you guys think? Did it hook you?
Let me just say that I watched it at 1.5 half speed.
Did you really?
I watched it. I 25 minutes in, I was like,
So much goddamn slow
fuck
in this movie.
this.
Probably worth
I
it.
know.
I sped
my
it up
God.
as fast as I could.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Who else was hooked by this movie?
Oh man, I
Just me.
loved this movie because I was laughing at it the whole time. It's
It is worth watching for that reason.
Oh, yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It's so fascinating to see how almost every scene there is something going on that is just so bad and weird. Whether it's a performance or just the writing, and Zack Snyder was his own cinematographer in this one and the previous one, and it's
Yeah,
like
boy.
you're getting really bad blue screen, green screen vibes from this movie the whole time almost.
Oh yeah.
It's
You gotta step away from your own shit once in a while, man. You got like you're smelling your own farts, and it's
And you're-
at that
and you're-
point it's
and you like it.
dangerous. Yeah,
If you like the smell of your own farts, you gotta just hire a DP, okay, to fart
God's sake.
for you. Smell his
Yes.
farts.
I think Larry Fong was his DP. Larry Fong's farts smell so much better than Zack Snyder's farts for sure.
oh yeah. He has a better diet altogether.
He does.
For sure.
So the film opens with another voiceover by Hannibal Lecter. He was reading the voiceover for the first one as well.
Lovely guy.
Lovely man. Camera floats into an Imperium ship where they are apparently communicating via holograms inside mason jars. That's their thing.
And the whole ship's powered by coal, right?
Yes, it's coal-powered spaceship.
Yeah, there's. we'll get to
about
that.
that.
We'll get to that.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Okay.
Like glazed
Insane.
over that detail. They're fucking Titanic.
Yeah, it's crazy. She in that same scene where we discover it's powered by coal or something, there's these doofuses trying to find Cora after a fight or after she's like planted explosives on the mothership CPU I guess. And they find some cloth. They're like, oh, someone's been up here. And then they notice all the little bright green explosives, and it cuts back, and it's right in front of them. In fact, it's between them as they're talking to
It's
each
right
other.
next
Yeah,
to
they've been in there for like
Directly, yeah.
minutes. And then like, oh, look at these bombs. Oh God.
Oh my God. God, hilarious.
How did you not notice the bright blinking bombs?
on
From-
the
from the-
centerpiece, the giant
from the bridge that
humanoid
walks
head.
straight up to them, directly in
Right,
front.
and then
Like,
there
right
aren't
when you
even,
walk
like,
in the
any
room, you should see something
doors or
different.
anything like locked doors or security guards to guard the fucking engine room in the goddamn ship. No,
Yeah,
she just waltzed in there.
Achilles heel of the whole ship.
Again, Star Wars.
It is Star Wars, very much so. So we get some exposition up at the ship, and then we cut to a not very arousing speech by Titus Jimon Hansu. They have to harvest the grain faster than usual to use it as a shield, and everybody's like, "Oh, we can't do this.
We can't
But
do it.
just the idea that they still grow food is just kind of hard to take after
Well,
Star Trek, and
and
it's
the
just like what?
Yeah, and the fact that the Empire needs it.
Right.
Yes.
Like this
like, we
meager
have to
amount
have
of
this
grain
grain.
that
Yeah,
they
this-
harvest is going to
Right.
fucking feed. Like, why is this planet so valuable? It was a barn full of hay, a barn full of feed. Like, how is that feeding? Like, that, there's no way that could even feed the entire ship that came to get it.
I know.
They have like a grain processor on their ships or something. Like, how much of their resources are they contributing
They're
to like this?
Cloning the grain. They need the grain and then they clone it, but they need the pure grain first.
Can't clone
and-
grain
and
too
you-
many times, man.
Yeah, the clone machine needs to be restocked every now and then.
With not any like strain or species of grain, just grain.
Just grain.
We're just gonna call it grain. It's
just grain.
the whole time. Like coin in The Witcher. I love coin. For the right coin, I'll do it. Here it's just grain. The talk of grain.
Grain is very important. And on that note, they're like, we need to harvest this in like 5 days, and the villagers are like, oh, it can't be done, no way. And then like 20 minutes later, they're not even only have they harvested the grain without a hitch seemingly, but they've also like dug tunnels underneath the fucking
Dug tunnels. They trained.
yeah.
Although I don't know if you can call it training because they pretty much just handed farmers guns
yeah,
and
they're all
watched them
they all could
be
shoot.
immediately great.
Yeah.
at
That's so
everything.
funny. I know. You're about to get the scene where all these people are, they're training the villagers like Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves or something, and they suck. But no, everyone is a natural. They're just born killers. It's like everyone it's like this little village is the equivalent of Fargo, North Dakota or Alaska, where everyone is wanted for something heinous in another state. And they're all just secretly living there. And they're all just murderers. I know how to use this blaster.
They all have haunted pasts. It's not our group of 6 core characters.
Right,
And by the way,
yes.
though, even the naturals, like when the battle comes, you never even see them doing anything.
I know.
They're just like, hey, Astrid, way to blast the shit out of that scarecrow. So when the time comes, we're going to have you cowering behind a table while other people fight. How does that
Yes.
sound? That's really going to,
Yes.
they'll never see it coming.
I know. It's ridiculous. And there are some poor bastards who do get killed in the battle. I'll jump ahead real quick. There's one dude, like a fat dude. They're getting all amped up in a barn, and he's like, "For Sindri," which is the Corey Stoll character in part 1. Yeah, let's go around. They bust out of the barn, and then immediately just shows a bang. Dead. That guy's dead. And then one of my favorite parts during this battle, the long-haired ripped dude is like getting his platoon of people, and there's a young guy in there. He's like, "To fight and die," and then everybody screams, "Arg!" And then that long-haired guy's like, "No, actually, let's leave the dying to your enemies." And then he jumps out the door.
Yeah, but let's leave the dying part to the other guys. It's like, what
We're
the
with you,
fuck?
except for the dying.
Who wrote this?
Also, how is that guy fighting with a sword and a shovel or whatever the fuck he had against everybody
axes.
else armed with guns?
He brought an axe to a laser cannon fight.
Yeah.
Yes, and you never see that axe go in.
He just hits people with
No,
it.
he just,
He
like,
just bludgeons people with the
Bops
axe.
people on the ass. They're dead.
Little spank. You got spanked by the magic axe by Tarek. or whatever.
Got the axe in the ass.
I would be dead if I got axed in the ass for sure.
Oh, yeah. It's like Terrifier.
It's like The Wire. What's his face? Like knifing a dude who tried to kill him in prison in the butthole. God damn.
Oh, yeah.
Over
yeah.
and over again.
Forgot about that.
That's in the director's cut.
Sexy.
That's in this director's cut. We see some assholes stabbing with knives, not dicks.
Yeah. This isn't Nymphomaniac Part 2. This is Rebel Moon Part 2.
Rebel Moon, the asshole Scargiver.
Right. Jesus.
Scargiver. Oh man.
So we get a speech by him, and then everybody's preparing, and then there's this moment where Titus is the Jimon Hansu character. He's like, "Do you think they'll learn to trust one another?" What?
I have
Where
that
did
written
that
down
come
here
from?
too.
Yeah, it's like, what the fuck are you talking? The answer is yes, obviously, the minute that line was said. And where did that come from? They're setting something up later. It's such a contrivance. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, but like there was no like they didn't show anything like people they didn't trust each other. They were welcome with open arms and like everybody's getting
Exactly.
along just fine. It's like, what the fuck are you talking about, dude?
What are you talking about? Yes. So Cora and Gunner, who I'm pretty sure is the Zack Snyder psyche's stand-in for this movie, they have some sex apparently behind the scenes.
Zero chemistry sex.
Zero chemistry sex.
Oh, after he says, I mean, most of this movie is completely predictable, but it was about this point when I started putting this thing on 1.5 speed. When he was like, you know, I wasn't afraid of death. And I assumed they were talking about the first one. I haven't seen the first movie, but he's like, I wasn't afraid of death. And I go, I was afraid of losing. It was you. I was afraid of losing you. And then he goes, it was you. I was afraid of losing you. I'm like,
I know.
Jesus fucking Christ.
And then she went sploosh.
Oh, put it in me. And that's when they
You're
had the
scared
zero
of
chemistry sex.
losing me?
Yeah.
Oh.
She tells
You're
him
gonna lose your dick in me right now.
for the second time
I'm going to give that dick a
in
scar.
8 minutes.
Second time in 8 minutes. The dick scar giver. Oh my god.
She jumps into telling him about her past in that scene, and you cut to Carrie Elwes, miscast as the king. Just
That was Carrie Elwes?
Just
Yes.
I didn't even
completely
notice.
wasted.
My daughter must
talent.
die as you wish.
Yeah. And they do a sequence where the hooded musicians, the music like gets
God.
increased in its urgency and more dramatic as the scene unfolds. I was laughing so hard.
I know.
That scene.
They're playing
God.
as the dramatic scene unfolds. They're playing along with
Playing in
it.
the background while people are getting slaughtered.
Betrayal.
I just imagine Belisarius like pulling them aside beforehand. He's like, okay, listen, we're going to start killing people in here. And I want the music to be very dramatic as we do it, okay? I just want, as we murder these people, I want that shit to be on point. It's like,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
yes, we'll do it.
You do not, no matter what you hear, you do not stop playing.
It's got to be tragic, though. It's not from my perspective. It's from her perspective. It's the tragedy. You play to that.
Make it a little bit scary.
Okay.
Bob, put your trumpet away. No trumpets, Chip. Only strings. This is strings only.
By the way, how's my fake beard look? Does it look okay?
Do I look like make-upped up? I'm fine.
I didn't even notice it was Carrie Elwes. But I was like, this guy looks really young. Why is he so young? It looked like a fake face. I couldn't put my finger on it.
For sure.
It was weird.
You talking about Belisarius, the bad guy, or the king?
The king.
Okay, yeah, he had like a gray beard.
Yeah.
They both looked
They
fake.
both looked.
Yeah.
Also, Cora's the only one with a gun in that room. It's so weird. She blasts the princess set up and then like blasts her way out of the ship, and everyone else has a knife.
Yeah.
What?
And why didn't she kill Belisarius?
I know.
What?
Well, if you saw the first one, he's like her adopted father, basically.
Right. So she's
But-
like, I still love him, kind of, even though
I
I just
guess, right.
fucked my life over completely.
But she was kind of friends with the princess too. So like, oh, he just set me up to kill the princess, and then said, "Oh, look at everyone, look at my assassin daughter, and I'm not going to kill him."
Right.
Yeah. This could go away right now if I just kill this guy, but I'm just gonna run away.
Yeah, just
Just
run
gonna
away.
kill a bunch of other people while I escape.
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna kill a bunch of soldiers and shoot my way out of the ship.
So contrived.
It's so contrived. And then we actually see them like harvesting grain by hand to put it on a goddamn hovercraft.
They've mastered gravity, but not machine harvesting.
Yes. They have like a scythe or whatever. That's how you read. How do you say scythe?
Scythe.
Skies.
Yeah, they're all
Scythe.
dressed in like
Scythe.
1920s middle America farmer attire with
Yeah.
suspenders,
Yes.
but they have fucking
Slow-mo.
hovercrafts.
Yeah, slow mo. So many slow mo shots.
I think it
much
needed
slow-mo
more
harvesting.
slow-mo harvesting. There wasn't enough slow-mo harvesting for me.
Man, even on 1.5 speed, the slow-mo was too slow.
Yeah.
It's insane. The amount of slow motion shots of nothing much happening at all
Right.
Oh my god.
is astonishing.
Yes.
Astonishing is a good word for it. This movie could have been an hour long.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
At
maybe
least
if
like,
you
use it to fucking emphasize something, but
Yeah,
Yes.
exactly.
nothing is going on.
right.
Yeah.
It's just, oh, this looks cool. I think that's his Zack Snyder's whole philosophy. It looks cool.
I want to emphasize
Okay, great.
everything.
He did kind of get his start. Or he became big with 300, which had some revolutionary and much better done slow mo stuff. And it still looks better to this day. This now it's like they have a camera on a crane, and the shot really isn't really thought out well sometimes. It's just incredibly high speed. And it's sometimes at the worst moments where you see that Tarek guy with an axe just hit someone in the head, in the neck area, or on a shoulder, like hitting someone with the shoulder on the shoulder with an axe, and they go down.
Mm-hmm.
It's just, what is going on? I think this movie's made for kids, honestly.
Is this a Nerf battle? Yeah. Hey, I forgot to say at the beginning of this whole show, I did not know this was Zack Snyder going in. I watched it,
really?
and,
Wow.
and right when it ends, the black screen, it says written and directed, director and cinematographer, director, whatever, Zack Snyder. I'm like, oh, fuck. It made it so much worse what I just watched.
Yeah.
I had no idea, because I was just like, honestly, no idea it was Zack Snyder. I'm like, there is so much fucking slow motion in this fucking movie. And I'm at 1.5 speed, and it's still too
Yes.
slow. And the whole movie, and then I see directed by Zack Snyder. Oh, fuck!
That's so interesting. You kind of gave yourself more objectivity probably than by not knowing that, and it still sucked.
Yeah.
Like, he's gotten worse. He's the only director
Oh,
that
yeah.
seems to get worse as time
Absolutely.
goes
Oh,
on.
totally.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. He
God.
just drenched everyone's eyeballs with slow-mo, even if it's not a good shot. And there you go.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Like 300 is cool. I mean, there's actual like beautiful fight choreography going on.
Right.
Really impressive stuff in there. But this,
It
like,
helps
the
to
action,
emphasize
there's
something with the
no-
story.
where's the choreography? Like, where are the
Right.
stunts? What is going on? It's just
Yeah.
people kind of swinging at each other. Like, oh,
Yeah.
cool, great. In slow motion too. Oh, great.
You could see all the flaws. They choose the worst angles for some of these hits and saber slices, and it just pulls you out of it. And so it's all those little things that I actually enjoy about watching these movies. It's just, you just see how the seams just did not quite come together. It must have been maybe it was just too big of a production, and it just fell apart. Like there were just too many eyeballs on what's going on and not enough at the same time. I don't know.
I don't get if this is made for kids. Like, I'm not necessarily ADHD, but like if I'm a kid watching this movie, I'm like, I would be so bored. Like, what else can I do? Where's the Game Boy?
I know. I don't think it is made for kids. I think I don't know this for sure, but I remember some of the if my memory serves, I remember some marketing saying Zack Snyder wanted to make Star Wars for adults. And apparently the director's cuts are a little more gnarly, but we'll get into that a little later because I happened to watch a segment of one just looking for something. I'm like, oh, it's probably the same in the director's cut right here. I just want to reference this moment, and it got weird. But it's too rated R for that. And he has this director's cut thing ever since Justice League came out. You know, how his fans were ravenous for the director's cut. And so now it's just an easy way to, I guess, squeeze more eyeball viewing time from his fan base or something.
Yeah.
Mhm. Absolutely.
Such a gimmick. You remember when director's cuts were, like actually an artistic choice for the director to, like when the studio exacted too much control over their project and they were
Right.
unhappy with it, so they would later release a director's cut.
Yeah.
But now it's like the collusion with the studio to just, hey, we're gonna milk them.
Right. Yeah.
We're gonna milk every view we can get.
Yeah, and there's like a making of Rebel Moon 2 thing on there. It's like, okay, they're going all in on this shit. Like,
Wow. I may have to watch that.
see where it
I
went
know.
wrong.
I'm curious. I kind of want to watch the director's cuts.
I'm going to. I am going to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Godspeed, you guys.
Yeah.
1.5 speed.
Yeah. I'm going to eat 2 Delta 9 gummies and just like go downtown on these things.
Oh my God.
There's a confusing scene with Nemesis played by Bae Duna. The kid's handling a knife and then she does something, but it only shows their faces and it's not clear what she did. Did she take it away from him? Did she? I don't know. It's not clear.
She touched
it's really
his
bad.
dick.
Then they drag out her old ship and
Oh,
then
my
she
favorite
fires
part.
it up. And the dude's like, it works. Why did they have to move it first?
Right.
Yeah. No, that's all it takes to. Is the ship still not operational? Yeah, it's not. We're gonna have to. Yeah, we gotta drag it out.
just gotta move
and all
it.
you got to do is drag it out of its original position and clear out the stupid bird nests from the engine, and then you can just fire it up. That's all it takes. That's it. And by the way, the birds didn't move when they were dragging it. The birds only moved when they approached them. So.
Yes, right. Oh my God, Jesus.
And then she goes and like puts it behind a fucking waterfall and leaves it there, like powers it down. Like, what is the purpose of that? Like, if that's going to be an asset for the battle, why the fuck would you leave it up there, like with nobody around to get it? You know?
That's the other thing. If she was instrumental to if they were going to use that ship to go up to the Dreadnought, starship, whatever, why the hell did she go out to meet General Noble?
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, what?
Only to have to turn around and ride on horseback
Yes.
to the ship.
Yes.
Right. What did it,
After the ship
I don't
popped off.
understand that plan. What the fuck was the plan there? It's so weird.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, we get in. Sorry, Drew, go ahead.
Well, I was going to say something about that scene when she hides the ship and James or Jimmy shows up.
Oh, Jimbo.
Yeah.
So Jimmy.
So they have a quick chat, and I don't even remember what they talked about, but
I zoned out.
I think my favorite part was right at the end. He goes, "You must know you cannot win," and then turns around and runs away. He's like, "You must know you cannot
Yeah.
win. Peace, I'm out."
Yes.
Oh, thanks.
It's like,
Jimmy.
Yeah. I think the conversation is basically like, oh, hey, it's you. Hey, we're going to fight. And, the enemy would really hate it if we fought together because they'd be scared of us because we'd be powerful.
Yeah, choose a
And he's
side.
like,
That's right.
You can't win. Bye.
Peace.
Bye.
I'm not teaming up with you because you're going to die.
That was hilarious.
I know.
It literally looked like he gave a peace sign. He goes, "You must know you cannot win. Peace," and then runs off.
Nice.
Cracked me up. Yeah. Oh my God.
Smell you later.
Yeah. Thanks, Jimmy. I was like, dude, that sounds like Anthony Hopkins. It turns out it was. So I was like, what the fuck is he doing in a Zack Snyder movie?
Yeah, it was very weird. And in the first one, the robot has 2 legitimately cool scenes, in my opinion. And there's some legitimately cool ones in this movie too, but we haven't gotten there yet. And I think there's only 2, literally. But but he's a cool character. He's a neat character.
The only
the voice of
character.
Anthony Hopkins is a very weird choice for that.
Yeah, he sounds young or something. Yeah, I don't know what it is. But put it through.
They put it through one of these. You know what I'm saying?
Whoa.
Whoa, that's like a young Anthony Hopkins.
Right?
Wow. Uncanny. It's weird. Like it works great for the narrator or like the voiceover in the beginning. But then as the robot, it feels off.
Yeah.
It's incongruous.
Yeah, we just know too much about Anthony Hopkins and the way he behaves and looks and everything. It's strange.
Yeah.
Let's move on. Okay, after the prep sequence, Titus, Jimon, bless his heart, he sits down at the table with all his fighters and he needs to know who you're fighting with. And then he goes into his story. Did you guys see his little lip quiver?
Oh yeah. His lip quiver,
yes.
teary eyes,
God.
and just that poor.
But
man,
now-
such a good actor wasted.
God,
Yeah, really.
God, poor guy.
Seriously.
All these actors are saying some of the worst, stupidest fucking lines ever committed to a screenplay. And you just feel for them. You're like, oh God. But now here's a little segment I like to call Count the Number of Tears That Roll Down Jimon Hansu's cheeks every time we cut to him. Every time. He's the cryingest general in the history of space warfare.
And take a shot of spring water for him.
Yes.
Take a shot
he
of
got
spring.
busted for drinking water instead of alcohol. They called him out. You pussy. Shame on you.
That's funny when he was like
You
going to
love
the
us, you
well.
sick fuck.
Or there was so much slow-mo of him dipping into the well. I was like, what the fuck is going
What's
on?
happening here? Why is he?
It's like, oh, they're setting up that he's doing the very human thing of drinking water instead of alcohol.
He's doing the freshman with a beer thing. He's like a freshman that pours out his beer and fills it with water to look cool. That's right, to drink.
But then he just cries in front of everybody.
He just cries in front of everybody over and over. I'm pretty sure it was the fourth tier when the long-haired dude Tarek he tells a story, and then his last lines are, I lost my mother and my world in the same day. And it was the fourth tear that rolled down his cheek. I'm pretty sure. Listeners can correct me if I'm wrong about that.
Yeah, one of the lines from that, I think it was Cora's little speech as they were taking turns giving their backstory. She's like, "My pain became rage, and my rage became revenge."
Yes.
It's
Right.
like, oh my God, this is really written by a teenager.
12-year-old audience members are going to jerk off to Cora. They're perpetually oiled babe.
Yeah, just 12-year-olds. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe 13.
Not the
14.
Not the long-haired guy, though.
Definitely not him and his cum gutters all over the screen.
I wish we had more of that.
You could throw buckets of cum on that guy, and they just
It would just go right where it needs to go.
Right in the gutter. Jerked it on down the spigot to the taint.
Even his taint. Down the spigot to the taint.
But did that sequence do anything for anybody? Did it like make you care about the characters at all anymore?
Fuck no. The setup itself
fact-
was enough to disqualify everything that happened after that. God.
Yeah, it's like as soon as one person did it and they showed the flashback, I was like, oh, okay, so we're really just we're gonna see everybody's flashbacks right now.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
Elementary school's show and tell.
It was so dumb. And by the way, this shit should have happened in the first film.
It kind of, we meet them and they're each going through their own like challenge when we meet them. But you never learn, you don't care either. You never really learn much about them, but you don't care.
Yeah. And it's, this is all we get to kind of bond with these characters. And for them to bond with each other is like, oh, I have a haunted past. Oh, I have a haunted past.
Yes.
You have a haunted past too? Wow.
Want to go to my
Yeah, they
bunk?
My past is more haunted than yours.
It's not an interaction. They're just monologue.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
There's no like human
Right.
moments.
There's one where Titus slaps Tarek in the dick or something. I don't even know if that
gives
was
him
scripted or
like
not.
a nut punch.
Yes.
Something.
I thought that was cool. I'm like, oh, that's funny, actually. But it is a fleeting moment.
Yeah, that's like the only real moment that makes you think that these characters are real people.
Yeah. There was a cool, when Milius, the girl with the painted eyes, there's a sequence where she is saved by the resistance, and that was fucking sweet. There was one long push-in shot where it's just the right rhythm and coordination with the music and the slow-mo, and she had a good performance, but it pushes in on like one of the Blood X characters from the first film. And it's like, explosions behind him and stuff, and he puts his gun on his shoulder. I was like, oh, that's a fucking cool shot, actually.
Yeah. That was the most effective of the flashbacks, really.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Nemesis, the woman who played Nemesis, did a great job. Bae Duna. She's the best actor in this whole movie, actually.
By the way, in the fight sequences, where was the girl with the painted eyes for the whole fight? Like, only at the end of all the fighting does she finally show herself. We don't see her
Well,
at
that's
all.
the strategy that the villagers employed is like you have the reserve units, and as soon as everything looks hopeless, they pop out and start fighting. It's brilliant. It works. It worked.
Yeah.
That's how they won. That and standing in the open shooting.
Yeah.
Yeah, stand out in the open
Just run out into the fucking cannon
with
fire.
with a knife in your teeth to go sabotage the tank after that damn tank. So before they even get here, though, what is so funny? Actually, yeah, no, it is when the dreadnought's arriving. So it comes into orbit and they're like, finish your work. And you're not really sure what they're doing, but they're like covering the tunnels and stuff. What do you do, guys? I'm asking. What do you do when a dreadnought starship arrives at your planet to annihilate everyone?
Get a haircut? I don't know.
Yes. You put on a kettle of water, take a good hard look in the mirror, start giving yourself a badass fucking haircut.
This hair's really getting in my eyes. Can I just put it up? No. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna take
I need
20
to feel
minutes
badass.
to cut it.
Exactly. I need to feel badass. Exactly. I can't fight with all this hair in my face.
Right.
Was it really
So-
in her
Tie it
face,
up.
though?
Yeah, but she was fine for the whole movie and the full first movie. It's just, a climactic battle sequence. So you gotta,
Yeah, she's got to go back to who she was. Kind of.
Wait.
With
Wait,
less
I
hair.
gotta do my Braveheart.
She needs to be
thing.
aerodynamic.
I'm cutting my hair because it makes me more aerodynamic.
What's so funny is that we only see her like start to cut her hair and then she emerges in the cut we saw. But I was looking for a sound bite of one of those armored beetle tank things. And I just jumped into the director's cut to look for it. And in the director's cut, I shit you not, it cuts between the armored contingent being deployed, which is one of my favorite sequences. That was fucking sweet when they were flying down to the surface. Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
But it cuts between that and her doing an extensive haircut, like lathering up her skull and shaving it in the back and everything.
Oh my God.
What?
I know. Like that.
What?
That is the creative vision. We have 15 Blade Runners, and they're all different, but we get the director's cut of this and it's like an extended haircut sequence.
Very, very tense, man.
Jesus.
Really builds the tension. It's like, oh, good lord.
Yes. It's so
Yes.
ridiculous. Oh my
Michael
God.
Mann's director's cut of Last of the Mohicans has an incredibly beautiful and heartbreaking monologue at the end by the last of the Mohicans about the legacy of his tribe. And in this, a haircut.
Do you think like that maybe he was trying to actually like lift from Seven Samurai without really thinking about it? Because there's a very important haircut scene at the beginning of that movie, but it like actually has something to do with the story,
Right. Yeah.
You're just like, oh, that's cool. Maybe I'll put a haircut in my movie. But it doesn't have any fucking relevance. Like it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. That's possible. It's very Seven Samurai.
Very
This
Seven
one?
Samurai, yeah.
Only one person dies, though. One of our heroes. Ridiculous. So those the armored contingent is very smoggy. They're polluters. I like that. That was a very woke message. And they're like a grain plant. They're like, hey, we got grain here. We got grain. Don't be polluting here.
We got grain.
You're ruining the grain.
You're a polluter. Haven't you ever heard of global climate change?
Look, all that smoke.
I liked Avatar, and I'm gonna try to do that.
Yeah, that's nice. Exactly. They're gross. They sound gross. And they have like this farting noise when they fly. It's disgusting. And these poor actors get blasted with a wind machine every time they get like company from outer space. It just lands in front of them and it's just like blowing in their face. I love it. Zach, can we just have him park somewhere else? No! Point the wind at him. Go! Ah, I got sand in my eyes. Ah.
You ask me again, you're fired.
This movie's all about slow motion wheat and slow motion hair. The most beautiful things known to man.
Slow motion cum gutters. God damn it. We need more cum gutters.
I can support that. I can support that 100%, bro.
Yeah, there should have been more cum gutters, really.
Harvest the grain, mill it into flour. Day by day, hour after hour, the mother world is hungry. The Imperium needs speed. Give them the strength to work the artillery, to spin the cranks and blow up the enemy. Got plasma cannons and spaceships, but the war machine runs on biscuits. The Imperium needs its biscuits, precious biscuits, biscuits, biscuits.
Well, they have Soviet colors, first of all. I think Zack Snyder's kind of a conservative guy, but I'm not sure. But of course, it's communist colors. Not Nazi colors, but communist. It's like red and brown. But I was thinking, like, man, they should have done other colors, like the French colors or something, like baby blue. That would have been sweet. Some brown and baby blue. Fuck yeah, dude.
Fuck.
Very
Yeah,
nefarious.
Very nefarious colors. Anyway, she gets her ass verbally handed to her by Noble, but Gunner saves the day by stealing her gun and rings the little bell.
Which apparently confuses the shit out of the soldiers. They're like, what? There's a bell.
Is it dinner time?
A dude pops out of the ground with a bazooka and blows up the ship, and that was fucking sweet. I actually
Yeah, that
liked
was dope.
That was cool. When his I actually liked his facial expression. His eyes kind of pop out.
Yes. Yeah, he's like, "Whoa, what? Go!
Go! There's a thing in the ground, the trapdoor.
Our infrared scanners didn't pick up these extensive tunnels.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Shit.
And thermal imaging of the back village where all the women and children are kept also didn't pick up all the human bodies under the ground where you're about to land your cool contraption.
Or hidden in the other buildings.
Yeah, that was a pretty cool scene. Somehow he survived it.
He's an interesting actor.
Those lips.
I just thought he was, I thought the guy did a good job with what he had, had to work with, but man, he had some of the stupidest fucking lines. Like,
I know.
And he's just such a two-dimensional character, you know?
Yes.
It's just your cookie cutter bad guy, really.
Yep.
Yeah.
Cookie cutter bad guy with cookie cutter superheroes in a cookie cutter film.
And I found it funny when they meet. Cora says something like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you," but then like the next line she says, she's like, "But blood does not need to be spilled here. If you turn around and go away or something," it's like, okay, mixed messages here. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of that sort of thing in this movie. It's very weird. It's like, that's kind of why I'm tempted to watch the director's cut. So I'm like, what was the full 4-hour movie going to be like?
Three.
Yeah. What
Does it make more sense?
What is the message? Really? What is the point that you're trying
What
to
do people
get
see
across?
in this?
Seems like it's going to be even more confusing. Like,
What would you say
worse?
you could do
I mean,
here?
if you're putting a haircut in the director's cut that has no significance to the story, it just seems like it's going to be more worse stuff. Like you're just
I'm with the studio on that one.
And yet we gave him another movie. And it looks like we set him up for 3 more, at least.
Possibly a third. Yes.
Oh God. God help us
I
out.
rolled my eyes when someone drops a grenade or throws a grenade into a ship and the pilot's like, "Oh, damn."
Oh damn.
Yeah.
The way he says it is so weird.
Cringy.
Oh damn.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, shit balls. Oh, we're fucked.
Ooh-wee. Shucks.
Ooh-wee.
Wow.
Golly.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, that's not good, is it?
Here we go.
Oh, no.
Here comes the Mr. Poopy Butthole.
Whoa. I'm still recovering from that grenade.
Oh, you know what? A villager does. There are a couple more villagers that die. That's a big, strong guy who fights Noble. He dies. I was like, he fell funny. But he hit the ground. I'm like, oh, that was weird. He
That
fell
was
funny.
weird. It was a weird impact.
I don't remember.
I didn't notice that detail. I was on 1.5 speed.
What's the "he fell funny" quote from, by the way?
Yeah, what is that?
That's the Departed.
That's right.
And I think it's she fell funny.
She kind of fell
You
funny.
really should get out more or something like that.
Jack got a boner from the way the corpse fell.
That's right. What a sick fucking character. I love that movie. Oh my God.
There's a banger. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Incredible.
One of our heroes dies. Nemesis dies. And that actress she did a great job. She did a great job. Made me cry.
Wow.
Really?
Yep, I did.
That was touching. That was a touching.
I liked how the
touching moment.
kid. It was kind of weird that she can block bullets with her sword, but then she got overpowered by soldiers. It was
Well,
just
because
that she was
nobody
tired.
fucking helped her.
She was
Yeah.
tired.
Just
All those
stood-
people, just
sat
standing
there.
back. Oh my God, that drove me insane. What is happening? What was the point of all that preparation?
Right.
You can't prepare people to act. They can shoot at unmoving targets, but you can't prepare them to
Yeah.
act.
The kid, he's like sitting there with the knife. And then after it's too late, and the dude has already stabbed her, he just like runs up and stabs the guy in the dick.
Yes. She's like, you
come on,
done
man.
good, kid.
Way to stab. Way to stab that taint.
And it's the kid and no one else that goes in else. God,
No.
that's so fucking
I'm pretty sure Astrid, who was like an ace with the cannon, she was
Right.
hiding behind the table.
Yep. Even when she's dead in the doorway and the light, angelic light is shining on her, they're all still hiding in the back of the barn, like watching. Oh, it's a magical moment. So by this time, Cora has taken the shuttle and she's up on the dreadnought, and she comes to a place in a hall where two guards are standing facing the same direction at a four-way intersection of the hallway. Four-way stop. And they're both on one end of it, facing the same direction. And she comes up and sneaks up on him. I was just like, what am I looking at in this movie? Oh, my God.
Star Wars for adults, baby.
It's so fucking stupid.
It's so smart. So smart. It's
And
the
then,
smartest
it cuts-
movie ever.
It's the smartest movie, some say ever. And it cuts to Tarek and what's her face on the field. And he's like, I thought I wanted to die in battle. Now I think I don't want to die at all, but if I must. And she says, together. And then they stand straight up to die by suicide. It was a suicide pact. But then Jimmy the robot comes, and that was actually a really dope sequence.
Such a cringy scene. Like,
Dude,
Man,
I was
oh
so
my
checked out by
God.
that point. I don't even fucking remember the scene. I was like, I want this movie to be over so bad.
I wanted
was
it to go on
checked-
forever.
I was checked. You're sick. You're sick.
I wanted
sick
it to go
man.
on until there was some sort of cohesive plot or something redeeming.
I wanted
Like,
some more
surely.
drugs. Yes, I know. It's like I want, I go into every movie wanting to enjoy it and like really be transported. But the joy that came from watching this movie was just watching a train fall apart slowly.
yeah.
So she does a little fight. She's on the ship. She like burns her hand on a lightsaber. I don't get it. I think maybe we established that in the first movie. Like
Yeah.
you have to wear certain gloves to hold that sort of lightsaber thing
Okay.
or something.
Why does she take that
like
though?
that.
When like she could take guns that these people had? Like,
I know,
she just
I
took
know.
out half a platoon.
Yeah.
And by the way, when she did that, she like swung down out of the elevator. Saw that coming.
Yes.
And like knocked him down like fucking bowling pins. I'm like, are
Yes,
you serious?
I know.
right
It
now?
was like bowling pins.
This is not a parody right now. We're watching this seriously.
Yes. Yes. It was
She's
like
that
the Three
strong.
Stooges. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they're that weak.
They just cram next to each other so they're close enough, and like, yeah, they'll just fall over if somebody pushes them hard.
Imperial soldiers or motherland
Imperium.
Imperium. What is it?
Yeah.
Different enough not to get copyright infringement.
Woke
Right.
communist empire.
By the way,
Crazy.
what was the deal with the protocol? Like, if an admiral dies, they got to turn around and go to the
Yes.
homeworld. What the fuck was that about? Like, what?
She tried to
purpose
call a
would that
penalty
serve?
card on them too. She's like, isn't this against protocol? What the fuck's going
Yeah.
on? She didn't know he
Nope,
was
it's-
alive.
It's not. He's alive, sucker.
Yes. Yes.
But like, what purpose would that? Like, how could this empire not be conquered if that's what happened anytime like some higher up died? You know.
Oh, I
Especially
see
if
what
your
you're saying.
fucking
Yes.
admiral loves to just put boots on the ground
Yes.
and be a fucking hero and is an egomaniac who needs the adoration of the mothership, the motherland, then you're going to be losing admirals left and right.
Yeah.
You can't just go back home
He's
every
got
time.
to turn around and leave. Nobody's going to take his place. No, we can't have that. You just got to leave.
Ouch, ouch. That one hurt. Let's go back home. Let's regroup, get another admiral.
Not the way it's worked for centuries.
Sorry, Johnson, you're not getting promoted today. There's a protocol to follow.
Right, yeah.
Why do we keep losing wars? I don't know.
Got to come back in. You got to be knighted by the queen.
Another thing that's hilarious is like, just we have soldiers down there. You want to blow up the village? No, yeah, it's less mouths to feed with this grain. Go do it. So they communicate to the gunnery team, and they take fucking forever to target the village by hand with a hand crank. Oh my God. I was laughing so hard.
There's a hand crank on this.
Yes.
This giant interstellar spaceship. You have to hand crank it.
Yes. And he's looking through like a turret for a submarine to target. He lands on it once, and then apparently the dreadnought moved or something. And so because he had to target it a second time.
Enhance.
We got to charge the weapon. More coal, boys.
More coal, exactly.
Get down to the steam room.
So what the fuck do their like laser guns run on? Do they have like little pieces of coal in them too? Like what the hell is going on in this world?
Right. Yes. Makes no sense.
It's actually kind of now that you mentioned that, that's kind of why I want to watch the making of a world. Making Rebel Moon 2.
That's a hologram in a mason jar. Let's go. Let's do it.
Oh God, and the thing that like every time you salute, you have to step back and salute. Like part of the salute is stepping backwards. What the fuck, dude?
Very impractical army.
The laser guns that like the single shot musket laser guns. Like what?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
It's like you're trying to rip off Firefly and doing a very bad job of it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Exactly.
Oh, good call. Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, love interest dies. She apparently really kills Noble. And as he's dying, he's like, I know what you are and I love you. I'm like, that is so weird. That's such a weird thing to say. It's so judgy. I know you're an assassin that killed the princess. I know you're a piece of shit, but I love you.
I know you're a piece of shit.
And they got to do the whole "stay with me," and he's like, "It's okay, you saved us." That whole thing, like they couldn't, you can't come up with anything slightly original that some sort of connection that they had. Nope, just the cookie cutter responses. And talking about the noble thing, she doesn't even like get to like he has to save her.
Yes.
She doesn't even like get to kick his ass. The dude has to save her.
That's the power of their love.
Yeah.
Oh, well, she got to kick his ass in the first one. Yeah.
Oh, she did? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen the first one, but there was a point there when the two of them are fighting and Gunner kind of like slides by as the ship's going down. He's like,
I know, yes! Whee! Cora. She's like, you're on your own. You're on your own, buddy. I gotta go kill this guy.
Slapping so hard.
Cora, this is crazy, right? Whoa!
The floor is lava, Cora. Whoa!
That sequence was kind of cool because it actually had some choreography. It was like a cool set piece.
Yep.
But they totally stole it from fucking Jedi Knight 2, where you're like, it's basically the same thing as like you're Kyle Katarn and you get betrayed by your enemy and you're like stuck on this ship and it's falling and you're battling gravity to get onto your ship to fly out the fuck out of there.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
It's a dope level, but they stole it for this. Could have been so much cooler.
It also could have been cooler if, Gunner didn't slide by like, help me! Cora! Cora! All right, and that's the movie. So
I feel like we didn't rib it enough.
Well, ribbed for our pleasure.
Why do you think Titus didn't tell Cora that the princess was still alive until the end of the movie?
I don't know.
For dramatic effect.
Because he has Alzheimer's.
To set up the next movie.
I thought the princess was that blonde-haired girl, like in hiding with Cora, just judging from the vibes from the first movie. But maybe I'm wrong. Because
right.
When that girl, I think her name is Sam, I don't remember, but she touched the robot and he became alive basically, and was like,
yeah, she touched me, I'd come alive too.
For 5 minutes,
then I'd be unconscious.
She did have, and she was the one,
and she'd be in an Uber heading home.
Are you talking, baby?
My taint would be on ice.
Was she the one that was a natural with the gun too?
Yep, that was her.
Oh yeah, she's natural with a gun. All
And
right.
she did have some interesting vibes. They were vibing her in a weird
yeah.
way. Like she seemed more important than she actually came out.
Maybe Zack Snyder was trying to get laid. You know what I'm saying? By the way, how did they establish that Noble was like psychic or something in the first movie?
Not that I know of.
No,
Why?
I don't remember anything. Like
How did he know that like they talked to that one dude that's like a traitor on the planet, and then after they talked to him, Noble's like, "Yep, he's betraying us" or whatever. I was like, "How the fuck did you know that?"
Yeah, just good instincts, you know? It's good leadership instincts.
he saluted all wrong. It was plain to see.
He didn't have
Yeah.
didn't have the gusto in that salute.
Yeah, it was nonsensical. And then he was walking with that dude into the bridge, and there's some really convoluted exposition that he says that they dubbed over, and his mouth was clearly not moving, but his back was facing us. And then it looped in really. God, again, I don't want to shit on the post-production team because it's probably horrible.
I noticed something weird like that.
Yeah, and then they loops right back into his voice when they cut to in front of us. I'm like, well, wonder what happened there. Were the footsteps too loud? It felt a little weird. Or they changed the line for the studio cut, you know? So it just begs so many questions, you know? A film of this caliber, I want to know, could it have been better? Was some of the weirdness due to cuts and editing? I don't know.
Yeah, I had that thought
Fuck.
too.
Yeah.
No.
That's what
It was due to the
Yes,
writing.
the writing is so
the three
crazy.
AIs,
So bad.
human names. Oh my God. I mean, we all know, we've agreed for years that writing, it's the foundation of the movie. You can't make a good movie if the writing is bad.
Yeah, writers are the best part, the most important part of anything.
That's
Yep.
right.
Exactly.
Right.
So yeah, you have good actors saying bad lines, it's not going to come off as quality.
It's true.
You need a story that's not just a photocopy of Star Wars or a bunch of other shit that's come out before.
Mhm.
It's not just completely derivative.
They're trying to make a Star Wars for adults. They're thinking about it all wrong. They're thinking about the epicness of it. But the thing with Star Wars is that it was a story
What? Oh, sorry.
that
I went down.
actually resonated with people. That was actually
it had
smart.
characters that you
actually
could root
had
for.
good
Yeah.
writing.
Actually take time to
Yes.
let you get to know the characters and love them.
They took plenty of time. They didn't just make the movie to have a bunch of special effects. It felt like with Star Wars, the special effects were the surprise to the whole world.
Yeah.
Right. They wanted the story, and then we see these crazy special effects, and everybody's like, "Holy shit! It's 1979. I've never seen that shit before. This is kind of incredible." But if the story wasn't there, I'm talking about the original three.
Jimmy Stewart was watching it.
This is incredible. Episodes 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
Incredible.
Lady
I bet he did.
Liberty.
He did watch it. That's my voice of the world. Wow, I didn't know we were watching.
It's his father.
I've never seen effects like this.
Can you believe that?
May the force
God,
be
they're
with you.
related.
Father the whole time.
Sorry.
The winner comes home to fuck the prom queen. Wait, sorry.
It's starting to sound of a cross between James Stewart and Sean Connery.
You know me, Jimmy. I went to school with your wife. I've been working in this bank for years.
Should have mailed it to the Marx Brothers. This movie was written by the Marx Brothers.
Exactly.
It's very good.
Gets lost in his own house.
Wrote it down so I wouldn't have to remember it.
All right, you guys want to read some reviews? Speaking of this, did you finish your thought, Drew?
Oh man,
Who cares?
I don't even know if I can shut now. I don't even know if I can express the thought fully, because look, if you're trying to make a Star Wars for adults, first of all, what the fuck does that mean? Because I fucking loved the first 3 Star Wars movies.
Yeah, seriously.
Tony Gilroy did it with Andor.
I haven't seen Andor yet.
And with Rebel 1 or whatever.
Or whatever.
It's Star Wars
Fuck that movie was.
properties that respect their fucking audience. It's, imagine that.
Right. Exactly. Respect your audience. It's not just it's not my project to get people to jerk off to me or whatever. Oh, you like slow-mo? I'm going to do slow-mo. It's so weak. It's such a weak attempt at making a fucking Star Wars for adults, whatever the fuck. If you're going to say something like that, for fuck's sake,
Don't make it for kids.
put some thought into it. Yeah, don't make it for kids. Don't piece things together with missing Lego pieces from, different
That have been
sets.
stuck to somebody's
what
tank
are you fucking doing?
years.
God damn it.
That's one stinky Batman.
Stinky Batman figurine.
It's preposterous. This movie is a fucking joke. It's a stain on this world. And may God have mercy on Zack Snyder's soul.
Drew loved
It's a
it.
farce.
That's how he expresses his deep appreciation. The stain upon the world. He says that to me all the time.
Let's get some alternate opinions here.
Let's get some wrong opinion. I mean,
some objectively incorrect opinions. This first one is from. I'm
AI.
gonna screw that up. I'm just gonna say
AI name.
AI name. Yeah, very possible. Do you think so? For real?
No, yes.
Oh, okay. No, this is too funny. Okay. Loved it. Watched both films, and the director's cut is even better. I'm just going to repeat what I said on part 1 review. So let me stress, I really don't like these so-called professional movie reviewers, and sometimes I feel they have their own hidden agenda. I am also not a sheep that can be brainwashed by them, such as some people pretending to be professional reviewers below. So let me give you my honest audience review. Maybe someone didn't kiss with $2 someone's backside, hence so much negativity on the so-called social media, antisocial divisive media. They keep comparing it with Star Wars. It's not Star Wars. It's its own film with its own story and its individual style, which it owns well. So keep an open mind, grab that popcorn, and watch this film. By the way, I prefer mixed popcorn, but you might prefer salt or sweet. Anyway, whatever your preference, watch this film. Go with the flow of the story. You will not be disappointed.
honestly, that does kind of sound like AI. Right?
That sounds like AI. Absolutely. Oh, wow.
All right, here's a shorter one.
I like mixed popcorn too.
Yeah, I like
But
popcorn.
he's got a good point, or she, it, whatever. To keep an open mind, sit down,
Yeah.
and watch the movie.
Yeah,
Well,
I did.
Shut the fuck up.
I do agree that it has its own taste, its own flavor. That's for goddamn sure.
Taint
Yes.
flavored.
For suicide-inducing fucking sure.
This next one, I'm just going to read an excerpt. If I watch it 20 times, I'll still cry 20 times. The next film could very well be a box office hit in the theater. I can't think of any negative aspect. Once the action starts, it absolutely never stopped. As for our stars, wow, all of you. When you screamed, I screamed, bravo.
And we all screamed.
We all screamed.
For
Ice
ice cream.
cream. I don't know about action. There wasn't a whole lot of action.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
when did the action start?
I didn't really.
About an hour
third
in.
act. Yeah.
I guess there were flashbacks, but they didn't really affect the story, so it doesn't really count.
It's basically just saw people crying while people got blown up.
Yeah.
Hey, man, you ever seen anybody get blown up before? It's traumatic. Leave them alone.
That's a 4 to 5 tears for sure if you see all of your friends get blown up.
And as a hardened warrior, you gotta share those
Drink
tears
water.
with your other hardened warriors.
Drink.
Gotta stay hydrated so you can cry all the time.
Yeah.
That's why.
That's probably why.
But seeing your mother commit suicide right in front of you while your civilization crumbles, that's like 1 or 2 tears.
Whatever, it's mid, bro.
And then sharing that with your fellow warriors.
That was also a weird scene. He's like really crying, and then she falls and he's okay and he walks away.
It's like, damn, finally.
Okay, see.
Finally, I can play my Xbox. Finally, I can go surfing. Finally, I can shred the gnar without her fucking nagging me all the time, dude.
Crunches here.
God. I'm going to go meet up with Patrick Swayze and rob a bank.
Says, even better than the first. I don't understand all the negative reviews and bad press the film's getting. Honestly, I think it's probably manufactured by the competition. No liberal propaganda here. I'm a conservative and was able to watch both Rebel Moon films without being offended in the slightest. Yes, it's a pretty diverse cast, but so what? Whites are represented and represented well, along with a host of other races, so that's good, right? American movies are consumed by the whole world now. Many of our movies make more money overseas than domesticated these days.
There were enough white people in this movie that I wasn't offended.
Yeah,
Thank you, Donald Trump.
So I have no problem with all being represented whatsoever. The action and production values were amazing, uppercase. The movie is supremely uppercase and entertaining from start to finish. Don't listen to haters. Watch this movie, uppercase. It's a good one, uppercase.
Wow.
Could
We know
have told
who
you that
his
was a
friends are.
conservative just by his taste in movies.
Yeah.
See?
Good God.
Has a very sophisticated rating system. Script/scenes got 4.5. Unbeatable for the screen format. His final comment in his review is, it is likely that IQs below average will not be able to understand it, much less appreciate it.
Oh, that's why I didn't like it.
42 people found that helpful.
He called me dumb?
IQs is apostrophes.
IQs with an apostrophe.
Oh, that's brilliant.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. Wow.
Oh,
Says,
Jesus Christ.
why the low reviews? They put a chick in it, but made it great.
Despite the
having a
gynocentricity.
It's got a dumb bitch in the lead role, but it was still pretty good. I don't know.
He says, got no love for the whole woke thing, but this movie had me on edge of my sit. The battle was great. Loved the flow of the storytelling. This movie was lit. This goes to show that there are some people who are just not objective when it comes to these things. Reading the comments, I'm also noting some trolls that have no love for the director.
Yeah. If I had time to troll, I would be one of those trolls with no love for the director.
So let's move on to the fourth and final section. Final thoughts. For me personally, amazing special effects, a couple of good performances. That's about it. I think it's a clusterfuck of a film with some funny or weird things happening in virtually every scene. It's actually fun to fun to watch for that reason alone. I think it gets a box of milk duds for Bae Doona's performance and another box for the special effects. So 2 stars. Maybe a third because Sophia Boutell's performance, she kind of powers through those horrendous lines with at least what it looks like emotional truth. So 2 stars, 3 stars. There you go.
Out of what? 10?
10.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I totally agree with the VFX. Great. Those are the real rebel heroes, the VFX department.
In fact, Zack Snyder is just a vehicle for the effects at this point.
Pretty much, yeah.
Pretty much.
Seems that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty.
It's too
it's
bad
pretty
he can't
movie.
get a good story to carry those fucking VFX through.
Star Stewart?
Yeah, this is a solid 2 out of 10.
Solid.
Solid 2 out of 10 for sure. Nice. Okay.
That's
Sorry,
okay.
Matt, go ahead.
This is what I have to say about it.
I knew it. I knew it.
Yeah, I was laughing at how bad it was, so I'm going to give it 2 stars.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
it was good for that. It was entertaining for that.
Oh yeah.
Not like that goddamn movie Trap. I'm going to kill that movie one day. I'm going to serial kill it.
Chopping it
Yeah,
into little
2
pieces.
stars. No butter, no fucking salt, nothing.
Dry popcorn. I don't know what kind of popcorn you like. I like sweet, but if you like
Hey,
salty,
you can mix it up,
go
man.
for it.
Just mix it up. Do what you want. Keep an open mind.
The caramel and the cheddar.
Keep
The
it-
caramel
keep
and the
it-
cheddar.
My rating, I would rather chew 10 bags of unpopped popcorn kernels than watch this movie ever again.
Damn, son.
It's a negative review.
Wow. That's pretty.
Why all the haters?
That's pretty bad, man.
You have some sort of agenda, Drew? Huh?
Matt, you pick next week's movie. Do Rebel Moon Part 2.
Director's cut.
This podcast is over already.
I'm
We
out
had a
of
good
this
run.
podcast. I'm out.
The band broke up.
No,
Rebel
over a
Moon
girl with a
destroyed us.
stupid haircut.
2 members killed themselves for some reason.
Yoko Ono ain't got nothing on Rebel Moon Part 2.
I really, really did not like this movie, and I
Horrible,
did not. I did not know that it was Zack Snyder going in, and I watched it, and I was bored to tears. And I fast forward. I put it on 1.5 speed, which probably took away from the performances, but I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. 1 star out of 10. If I could give it 0, I would, but these rating systems. No, these ratings that they don't like.
There are no rules.
If it's 0, if it's 0 stars, then I'm not even rating it. So it's 1.
I guess you're
1
right.
star.
Yep,
I was surprised that Anthony Hopkins stooped so low as to be in a
Cha-ching.
Zack Snyder film. The special effects were cool.
How did they
But-
fit him in that robot body?
They're completely lost on me. I don't give a fuck about special effects without story. I really don't. I don't care how cool it is. I'm not going to watch special effects without a story. So
All right.
By the way, why did they burn the goddamn flags of the people after they died? Sorry, that's just like a pet gripe. It's like, wait, you're burning their bodies
yeah.
and you're burning the
Symbolism, bro.
flags?
Because it looked cool. That's Zack
man.
Snyder's philosophy.
Fire good.
the final scene was cringe. I mean, the whole movie was cringeworthy, but that final scene was just fucking horrible.
Oh, yeah. Ridiculous. To find her and to fight. To find her and to fight. To find her and to fight.
To
Well, how did
find her and to fight.
Somebody else say it.
Where to find her?
Don't
What are we-
speak of me.
what are
Don't
we gonna
forget
do
what our mission
next
is
time?
in Part 3.
What are we gonna do? We're gonna fart. No. No.
No,
We're gonna
find
and
to
We
find her and to fillet her. No,
Fillet her.
No, Billy. Try again.
again.
those look like orange. Yep. Ridiculous movie. I'm glad we watched it. I'm glad we discussed it and dissected it. This movie really should be studied in film school, I think, for the opposite reasons that most films are studied in film school for. But that's it. Anyone have any last words before we wrap it up?
Yeah. If you have an IQs, go see this movie.
IQ's what?
The things that IQs possess. That's what.
I will say I watched an interview with Osgood Perkins, director of Longlegs, and it was like a live thing at an Alamo Draft House or something, and he said to the audience, like, don't watch bad movies. People say you can learn a lot from bad movies, but watch really great movies. And I kind of disagree with that. I mean, yes, life is short, but the fun of making fun of this with you guys, it makes it so worthwhile. And I think it would make me a better storyteller for having seen it.
Yeah.
So,
Well said.
if you want to make movies, check it out. If you want to make fun of movies with your pals, absolutely do it. Make a drinking game out of Jimon Hansu's tears.
Yeah, but don't fucking start a
Yes.
podcast.
Yeah, don't do that.
That space is
Yeah.
Then
taken.
we're gonna have a problem, okay?
You want to
Unless
fall
you-
funny? You want to fucking fall funny? Huh?
You want me to get turned on by your corpse, huh?
Once upon a time, in the galaxy somewhere, there was a bunch of rebels fighting for freedom against an evil empire, hell-bent on destruction. They fought with laser cannons and glowing swords. No, I know what you're thinking, but it's not Star Wars. I swear to God, it's not just a stupider Star Wars. There was an idealistic young farmer and a princess. There were guns for hire who turned out to be heroes. There was a scary main villain who's hard to kill, but the main chick used to work for the evil empire. So that's what makes it not Star Wars. Yeah, it's totally different from Star Wars. Vaguely sentient robot with an attitude and a big bad spaceship that could blow shit to pieces. But the heroes pretend to be bad guys that snuck onto the spaceship. Then they blew up the spaceship at the very last second. Shut up, man, I said it was a Star Wars. It's Rebel Moon, man, and definitely not Star Wars.